Swiftly, swiftly flew the ship, and she sailed softly too. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. Oh, dream of joy! Is this indeed the lighthouse top I see? Is this the hill? Is this the kirk? Is this my own country? We drifted o'er the harbor bay, and I with sobs did pray, oh, let me be awake, my God, or let me sleep alway. The harbor bay was clear as glass, so smoothly it was strewn, and on the bay the moonlight lay, and the shadow of the moon. The rock shone bright, the kirk no less, and stands above the rock the moonlight steeped in silentness, the steady weathercock. And the bay was white with silent light, till rising from the same full many shapes the shadows were, and crimson colors came. A little distance from the prow, those crimson shadows were. I turned my eyes upon the deck. Oh Christ! What I saw there! Each course lay flat, lifeless and flat, and by thy holy rood, a man all light, a seraph man, on every course there stood. This seraph band each waved his hand in a heavenly it was a heavenly sight. They stood as signals to the land, each one a lovely light. This seraph band each waved his hand, nor no voice did they impart, no voice, but oh, the silence sank like music on my heart. But I heard the dash of oars. I heard the pilot's cheer. My head was turned perforce away, and I saw a boat appear. The pilot and the pilot's boy, I heard them coming fast. Dear Lord in heaven, it was a joy the dead men could not blast. I saw a third. I heard his voice. It is the hermit good. He singeth loud his godly hymns that he make in the wood. He'll shrieve my soul, he'll wash away the albatross's blood. Part 7. The hermit good lives in the wood which slopes down to the sea. How loudly his sweet voice he rears. He loves to talk with mariners that come from a far country. He kneels at morn and noon and eve. He hath a cushion plump. It is the old moss that wholly hides the rotted old oak stump. The skiff boat neared. I heard them talk. Why, this is strange! Why, this is strange, I trow! Where are those lights, so many and fair, that signal but now? Strange by my faith, said the hermit said, and they answer not our cheer. The planks look warped. See those sails? How thin they are and sere. I never saw aught like to them, unless perchance it were brown skeletons of leaves that lag my forest brook along. When the ivory taut is heavy with snow, the owlet whoops to the wolf below that eats the she-wolf's young. Dear Lord, it had a fiendish look, the pilot made reply. I am afeard. Push on, said the hermit cheerily. The boat came closer to the ship, but I nor spake nor stirred. The boat came close behind the ship, and straight a sound was heard. Under the water it rumbled on, still louder and more dread. It reached the ship. It split the bay. The ship went down like lead. It stunned by loud and dreadful sound, which sky and ocean smote, like one that hath been 7 days drowned. My body lay afloat. But swift as dreams Myself I found within the pilot's boat. Upon the whirl where sank the ship, the boat spun round and round, and all was still save the hill that was telling of the sound. I moved my lips. The pilot shrieked and fell down in a fit. The holy hermit raised his eyes and prayed where he did sit. I took the oars. The pilot's boy, who now doth crazy go, laughed loud and long, and all the while his eyes went to and fro. Ha ha, quoth he, full plain I see, the devil knows how to row. And now, in my own country, I stood on the firm land. The hermit stepped forth from the boat, and scarcely he could stand. Oh, shrieve me, holy man! The hermit crossed his brow. Say quick, quoth he, I bid thee say, what manner of man art thou? Forthwith this frame of mine was wrenched with a woeful agony, for which forced me to begin my tale, and then it left me free. Since then, at an uncertain hour, that agony returns, until my ghastly tale is told, this heart within me burns. I pass like night from land to land. I have strange power of speech. That moment this face I see, I know the man that must hear me. To him my tale I teach. What loud an uproar bursts from that door! The wedding guests are there, but in the garden bower the bride and bridesmaids singing are. And hark! The little vesper bells, which biddeth me to prayer. O wedding guest, this soul hath been alone on a wide, wide sea. So lonely 'twas that God himself scarce seemed there to be. Oh, sweeter than the marriage feast, 'tis sweeter far to me, to walk together to the kirk with a goodly company, to walk together to the kirk, and all together pray, while each to his greater Father bends, old men and babes, and loving friends, and youths and maidens gay. Farewell, farewell, but this I tell to thee, thou wedding guest, he prayeth well who loveth well, both man and bird and beast. He prayeth best who loveth best, all things both great and small. For the dear God who loveth us, he made and loveth all. The mariner, whose eye is bright, whose beard is aged with hoar, is gone, and now the wedding guest turned from the bridegroom's door. He went like one that hath been stunned, and is of sense forlorn, a sadder and wiser man. He rose the morrow morn.